After5 brand. I'm your host, Victoria. And as usual, we have our in-house aficionado here, my wonderfully festive husband, Patrick. Welcome, welcome.
I had to get that out for this, just being our holiday, edition, how to spread some cheer, but how to show it, for the audience we have, they like, I guess hopefully they like the look and the beardaments.
But you're not quite Santa Claus.
No, I'm not quite. I'm Sancho Paws. What do you call that?
Sancho Paws?
Sancho Paws.
Pause? Why pause?
I don't know.
Okay.
Paw, like paw. Old Ben Paw.
Oh,
paw.
my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought he meant like a dog paw.
No. But yeah, we're here, and this time of year, try to spend it with as much people as we can. But we're gonna talk about the HERF that brings us together.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the HERF. We're not just gonna talk about the HERF. First off, I want to get into the backstory of where that word even came from. It's not what you think, because I had a few thoughts myself. But we're also going to talk to you about throwing your own cigar Christmas bash. There's different ways that you can do it, and we just want to give you some ideas so you can have fun with friends and family that are near and far.
Yes.
So we got you covered if you're not close to friends and family this year. So yeah.
So let's light them up. Pour some eggnog, hopefully. That's my favorite with a good cigar. And let's get it.
Yeah. So HERF, right? Everyone uses that. The term is like, let's HERF, let's, all get together and smoke a cigar. That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know where the word actually comes from? Like, what are your initial thoughts as to where this word came from?
Thought maybe a couple of things, like, maybe it was like Eastern European, this is some fancy HERF, just something like that.
It does sound like a fancy foreign word.
It does. Or, where Ybor City is, the Cubans and, the people who started it. Yeah. It's just something slang for something. That's what I think it is.
I really thought that it was like an old school historical term that cigar aficionados had come up with, right? Yeah, no. It was born on the internet.
No way. Get out of here.
As all great things are, it was born on the internet, like 90s. So a little far back. Not too far back for us.
I mean that's kind of vintage internet for us nerds,
It's vintage internet. So
dial-up modems, come on, 56K.
And that's exactly like the era. It was when you had dial-up and chat rooms. Okay. We all remember. Okay, well, we may not all remember the chat rooms, but yes, the chat rooms. So this was for our youngins. This was before Facebook. Yes. This was before Twitter and Instagram. Well, Twitter's not even a thing anymore. No. My bad.
Yeah.
Anywho, the story is, the rumor is that somebody was typing up a post, right, about huffing and puffing on a cigar, but they made a typo, and this was before autocorrect came along, guys, or before the little squiggly lines are like, hey, you misspelled this. Yeah. So they did a typo, and they ended up writing herfing instead.
So pretty much this culture is based off typo.
The HERF culture.
Typo. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the rumor. Now, there are other theories. One is an onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia?
Yeah, that thing right there. So because it's like the sound that you make when you take a draw from a cigar, sounds like HERF. Well, I'm not going to do the sound, but
yeah, I've definitely made a couple of those in some sticks.
Yeah, you get the idea, guys. So either way, however it was formed, however you want to imagine it was formed, I still like the idea that it's like a historical term, and not something that somebody just misspelled. But that's funny too. But yeah, so the meetups since then have been called HERFs. So the term is, hey, let's get together, let's have a HERF. We're gonna do HERFing, and basically it just means let's get together and smoke a cigar. So yeah, but it's a good tradition.
Yeah.
It's been around in the cigar world for a while. And with that being said, we want to talk to you about some traditions that you could possibly start with, your friends and family who also enjoy smoking cigars.
So I mean, pretty much, Herf, it's just about, being around your friends, community. It's not about, the royalty or the luxury of a cigar. It's about your company. So if we can make, give some ideas out there, hey, if this is something you want to kind of include, and with the technology we have now, you can do it all over the world. So back in the 90s, when you misspelled Herf, they had to obviously get together because they didn't have cameras on there.
Yeah, the whole idea of a chat room was just, it was like old school texting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
T9.
So let's go ahead and get into some of the holiday Herf ideas that we've had. For those who want to host a holiday Herf, I would say idea number one would be the secret Stogie exchange.
Mm-hmm. So kind of like a white elephant, but with cigars.
With cigars, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that, like everybody would bring in a cigar, $15 to $20 range. You don't want to get crazy with it. You can wrap it in foil, put it in a small box. So no one, the numbers. So we've all played white elephant.
Yes.
Do that, but with cigars. Okay. You draw the numbers, you pick a cigar, and you can steal from each other as well.
It'd be pretty cool just to add your own little kind of rule, I guess you can say. But in order to steal, you have to answer some trivia.
Oh.
Trivia question. So you can't get it wrong, you can't steal it. I mean, it might give you a little upper hand if you know what you're talking about, especially with stogies,
Yeah, it should be Stogie Sesh trivia because we're dropping some knowledge on you guys. We really are.
And you could also add a wild card. Let's say everybody takes off the band. Only the person who wrapped it, boxed it, whatever it is, knows what it is. And then we all smoke it, and then we kind of go through it. Like, what are the notes? What are the brands? Just what do you think it is? Obviously it's all in the same price range. So
it's almost like a blind taste test.
Yeah.
But a blind smoke test.
Pretty much. And what's cool about it is you can do this across the ocean. Like with your computers nowadays, you can, like my buddies in Australia, I can sit down and have a Herf with them. They'll pull out a cigar and kind of go through it. If we all have the same cigar, maybe we'll smoke the same cigar and kind of just go through, the notes and all that.
Yeah, the flavors and whatnot. I love how you said nowadays with the computers and stuff. You really sounded like old Saint Nick right there.
I mean, I ain't moving any faster. We'll just say that.
Just showing his age here a little. So I definitely love that idea. I love white elephant in general. It's a really cool concept, but throwing cigars in there, always a lot of fun. But the next one is for the foodies. We're not going to leave out the foodies, guys.
Yes.
So this one is called Cookies and Clouds. So I know you normally pair a cigar with whiskey or some type of alcoholic beverage.
Yep.
But it's Christmas, and what do you have? You got cookies at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta pair a cigar with a cookie.
Well, I mean, I guess there's plenty of it, but first one that comes to mind is maybe like a gingerbread cookie. It's kind of a little bit spicy with the spices, and compare that with a good oily dark Maduro cigar because it'll be just, I guess, a balance because you got the sweetness from the cookie, the spiciness, and then also the same things from the cigar, it'll balance out. You get your gingerbread, you got your chocolate kind of merging together.
Like a chocolate gingerbread.
Yeah.
So what's one stick that you would bust out to smoke with? Well, because gingerbread cookie, and I got to bring up the drinks, guys, because we're basic bitches.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? The gingerbread latte.
Gingerbread latte.
Yeah.
I like my white girl coffee. It's fine. I don't care. Actually, probably what I would go with is, Under Crown 10. It's a Maduro by Drew Estate. Great cigar. Actually, any of the Undercrowns, the Maduro version obviously is going to be the better version, in my opinion. To go with that cookie, I think it would be probably the best.
Sounds good. What about sugar cookies? I I like sugar cookies. I tend to make those around the holidays.
And you're good.
I can bake.
So a sugar cookie, is going to be a little bit lighter. You're going to have a little bit of creamier texture. And with that, you can probably smoke it with a good Connecticut wrapper. It's just like, creamy and creamy. It's just kind of like butter on butter. So it's kind of like, it's the same thing, but the same thing with different notes. So it all melts into one pot. And the one thing that comes to my mind, we've talked about it on this, is, the sombressa, the wagashi. Wagashi. I might have said that wrong, whatever. But that would be a great cigar because it's Connecticut. It's creamy. It's got a little bit of spice to it, but I think it will add that extra oomph you're looking for.
Like a kick to kind of...
Especially with, if the cookies are super sweet. I mean, I guess all cookies are sweet, but it'll help kind of clear that palate of that sweetness.
I feel like specifically Christmas cookies tend to be a lot sweeter. Like everybody just wants to throw everything on a Christmas cookie. Yeah. A cookie. I mean, gingerbread house.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You got the frosting, you got the cookie, you got the gumdrops. Like there's a lot that goes into it. So you're gonna want that hint of spice to kind of cut through that sweetness for sure. And then you're drinking a sweet drink for the most part. A lot of Christmas drinks are sweet.
Yeah, very sweet.
So let's get into, if you have friends or family that don't live near, which, as you stated, we have friends in Australia and definitely don't live near. So what are, what's some way that you can put a little bit of holiday magic on that type of get together?
So, I mean, amongst friends, or maybe even a group, right? Say you have a group, people on the internet, Facebook, whatever, enough people get in, you can do like a Secret Santa. So, with a Secret Santa, and, I participated in this. This is why I kind of love it. I participated, and it's an awesome experience. You can put a limit on the cigars, say like $100 in cigars. And anything after is totally up to the other person. Now, if you're, like me, and probably about 95% of all the other people who have cigars, you're going to have an abundance of stuff. So you're going to send extra stuff, not just cigars, cutters, lighters, swag, just stuff like that. But for the, long distance people, your friends, set it up, set a dollar amount, and if you only have a small couple of people, make it a small dollar amount, and the person who has the most will probably end up sending you more anyways. It's all, this time of year is all about giving, and I love doing that. I love giving out cigars, or, if my family's here, I'll give them a whole bunch of cigars just because that's festive to me, is they're enjoying the same thing I am, and I can bring them cheer. But through long distances, Secret Santa, obviously you can't tell them who it's coming from. So there's a lot of tricks you got to play. But I think that's probably like a good way to, especially get into the community. Like, hey, there's a whole community. Let's say you can even do this in person, just like the white elephant. You can do it in person,
which is essentially the same thing. But you have done a few of the Secret Santas, over the last couple of years. Postal Puff is what I've heard them, like been called.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Postal Puff. But what I like about it is, like you said, you tend to get extras. Everybody's in such a merry mood, and they want to share. And I know you have, items to spare too in terms of swag, and I just think it's really cool because you're expecting a couple of cigars, and then you open it up and it's like, oh, I got a lighter, or stickers. I don't know why we love stickers, guys. We're like, oh my God, stickers. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So if y'all send us stickers, we love it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
But no, I mean, I just think that that's a really cool concept. And even more so, it's not something that you have to do specifically for Secret Santa. Or this is something that you could also do throughout the year, Like maybe you're part of a group, or, you have your group friends, and it's like, okay, we have, January has 4 birthdays in it. Let's do an exchange for somebody's birthday or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, something like that. I just think that that would be cool. But you do something a little extra when you send out your secret Santas. You for the most part, you send like a letter.
Uh-huh.
And I love it because he puts his little logo on it. And is it, you generate that like a Bitmoji?
Yeah,
or-
it's like a Bitmoji. I put, and on these places where we kind of get together and do it, like they won't know. I mean, they can tell it to me if they really go and investigate it, but I put my Bitmoji. I kind of
Your Bitmoji looks just like you.
well, I mean,
It looks just it's him, cartoon form.
I mean, that's why I wear a hat.
That's your okay, Superman.
I'm Superman because I wear a hat.
Don't put on a hat; I won't recognize you.
But I mean, yeah, like I do that little poem. I kind of personalize it. That's what I like to use. I like to personalize it, and it just makes it that much easy. Not easier, but just a little je ne sais quoi.
A little touch.
Yeah,
put a little touch on it. So, what has been to date your favorite Secret Santa that you've received? Be it well. First off, yeah, let's definitely talk about one of the favorite cigars that you've received in a Secret Santa, but also what's one of your favorite extras that you've received in a Secret Santa?
So, I mean, with the Secret Santa, like you get, one of the things I'm in is a Drew Estate. I love Drew Estate cigars. Absolutely love it.
I love Drew Estate,
Yes.
guys.
And they're members, they have one every year, and it usually fills up fast, so they do it twice sometimes. I'm usually never in the first one. I'm always in the second one. I'm trying to catch the first one. But this year in particular was actually probably the best year. I got a rare cigar. It's Liga Privada. It's the A. It's bigger than a Churchill. So it's a really big cigar. It's
bigger than a Churchill?
It's bigger than
Give
a
us
Churchill.
like a...
I mean, it's like maybe about 8 inches.
How long do you think it would take you that? Like, how long would that take you to
So it's not like a thick cigar. It's not a Lancero where
Okay.
Lancero is real thin, but I still think it's probably between an hour. I haven't smoked one yet. Between an hour and a half.
Okay.
But also with this, I got a chain. Now, this is it's a 3D printed chain, but this is one of the first cigars that Drew Estate came out with, and it's the Diplomat series. And it's great. It's a badass chain. I was actually looking and getting one, so I don't know if my Secret Santa happened to be the guy who makes them, or kind of knew that I wanted one. I don't know, but whoever it was, I do appreciate it. And even if it was just cigars, just me trying out new stuff is what's amazing. And sometimes shit happens, and if they don't send me something, I'm not going to be mad about it. Like if somebody's doing it maliciously, all right, that's fucked up. But, hey, shit happens, like, oh, I wasn't able to send it because this happened. Cool. Like I'm not going to judge you. I have more than enough. It's cool, whatever it is. But
I mean, and not only that, like sometimes it comes after.
Yes, because, the weather's, I think there's like 16 inches of snow in Missouri or, whatever the snow may be, so they can't even go to the post office. So yeah, some of it does come afterwards, and it's still a great surprise. Like, oh, a month and a half later, I get a box full of cigars. I love it. So.
Yeah, it's still a really good surprise. So that was both this year. You got that cigar and
yes. So this year was probably the best. I mean, I was in it last year, same thing, and received some rare cigars. And that's
what's the rarest?
So the rarest I've gotten was actually, it was an Undercrown. It was a Shady XX. It's the Eminem inspired cigar from Drew Estate.
What?
Yeah, so it was made in 2020.
I didn't even know he had
Yes.
it. Like we're talking like
It's a collab.
Eminem, like Slim Shady.
Slim Shady,
Hi, my name
Eminem,
is-
yes.
Okay.
So, hi, my name is
Well,
Undercrown.
I wanted to differentiate that because Eminem could be
Oh,
chocolate.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it could have been the M&Ms,
It
but
could be the rapper,
yeah,
So,
I
but
mean-
no, that's legit. That it was, the Slim Shady.
Yeah.
So, have you smoked that one?
yes, already. And it's an amazing cigar, and obviously you can't find it anymore. It's made in 2020. There's probably some places you can find it if you really search, but if you get your hands on one, it's definitely a great cigar.
That's And you only had one, right?
No, I only have one.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a couple more, but I had to go searching afterwards, and
Oh, so you went and looked for more.
yeah, I did.
See, I find out about his inventory on this show, guys. This is live. I had no idea that he went searching for more.
Yeah.
But I can't say anything because in his searches, he sometimes comes across items that he knows I'll love.
Mm-hmm.
I recently, actually, we just got it today, right?
Yeah.
You want to grab it real quick? Oh, you dropped it.
There you go.
I love Drew Estate. I got a cute little pink Drew Estate hat. The rebirth of cigars. I was very excited for that. Thank you, Beth.
Yeah. So one thing with Drew Estate, if you know, they don't sell their swag.
Mm-mm.
So this is stuff that comes from events. So if you find something like you want, you got to jump on it because there's a lot of people who are in the collecting of that stuff. So just like, you know, the humidor that I was trying to get you, the Deadwood one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have that.
Is that
Yeah.
the one that was a coffin?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a Deadwood humidor and it's in the shape of a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the Deadwood series. That the Sweet Jane. The Sweet Jane's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite one. But I love the swag and the swag that they have for that because it's all Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Themed, and that's like my favorite theme. So yeah, but it's okay. I got a lot of stuff anyways. So M&M Slim Shady cigar.
Mm-hmm.
You had a Liga this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're here. Drop a few more on us.
I
What
mean,
else you got?
I mean, I got some other rare. There's I couldn't even name all of them. I mean, it was mainly this year was a bunch of Ligas and some
But it
H99s.
was a bunch of Ligas because it was specifically the
Drew
Estate one.
Yes, it was
Okay.
specifically Drew Estate. So it was $100 in Drew Estate cigars. That's the minimum.
Oh shit, that's the minimum?
Yeah, at least $100 in cigars. And nowadays that's only like 5 or 6 cigars.
Yeah,
A Liga being almost $20-$30. That's 4 cigars.
Ligas are good.
Yes. If you haven't tried it, try them out. Super Ancho, H99, T52, number 9, all of the above. They're great. Oh, I got a Papas, a Liga Privada Papa Grande or something like that. It's a bigger version of their Papas Fritas, and it's great. A Papas Fritas is a real
It's
small
the
cigar.
little one,
It's a
right?
little one.
Yeah.
But this is the bigger version. I know it's Papa something. I haven't really, but that's also another rare cigar. I had that. I haven't smoked that one yet. So the A and that one I haven't smoked.
Are you like hesitant to smoke them?
I am, but then I'm not because with such great community like Drew Estate, you can always reach out. Like, hey, does anybody know where there's some at? Is somebody willing to trade? And that's what I love about it. It's trading. Just being festive and kind of just the community. It's just a great community.
I feel like this lifestyle and this community is probably one of the best around this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's so invested and everybody really loves it that they just want to spread the cheer.
Yep.
I mean, but you kind of really do. Like, especially, I know you get super excited if somebody's just starting to smoke cigars and they come to you and they're like, hey man, I'm trying to start smoking, and this dude busts out his travel humidor and is like, this is what I got.
Yeah. That's how it is. I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
And what's so good about it is, like this time of year, there isn't many cigar releases. So you're not on the hunt
for anything, really.
You're really not on the hunt. I mean, you're on the hunt for deals. There's always the hunt for deals, but you're not stressing about, well, this is what I really want and I really need it. And if I don't get it, I'm really pissed off. So that's off the table. So you're like, I have so many more collected every year. Here you go, here you go, here you go. You get a cigar, you get a cigar, you get a cigar. It's
the Oprah of cigars.
Yes, pretty much.
So what do you think is the best cigar that you've sent out in a Secret Santa? And did you get any feedback?
Well, I mean, no, because they don't know it's me.
Oh, okay. I thought like eventually they would figure it out or something.
Don't get me wrong. The first year I did it, he knew who it was because I was talking to him prior to it.
Okay.
So I drew his name and I was all right, cool. But he was still kind of doing on the the sweeter side, and he's never really had like a Liga. He's factory smokes, sweet Jane. So I was like, all right, cool. Send him a Liga 9. I'm not saying it's the most expensive cigar, but I think that's probably the most eventful cigar because it was their first, and he loved it. Like, I mean, that's the thing. I can send you $150 cigar if I had one, and I send you $20 cigar, and it might be better than a $150 cigar. It's just really all preference. But if it's the most expensive one, I would probably say, depending on age, it would probably be like this year. I sent one out that was like 10 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's just like that. Like, and it means more to the other person. It means a lot to me that they're going to enjoy it because, hell,
Yeah, I mean, well, because that's a cool thing. Like, getting something like that that's aged for so long, and when are you really going to have that again? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's rare unless you're aging it yourself, but then you got to wait 10 years.
Yeah,
you still got to wait 10 years. Yeah. What about in terms of swag? What's something that you've included in one of the Secret Santas that you think was, like, if you had received it, you would have been like, this pretty fucking cool?
So, like, I mean, just like this year, I sent out, a rare water bottle from, Drew State. It's not even water bottle; it's a freaking tumbler. It's a metal tumbler with, just their logo on it. It's a badass tumbler. Don't get me wrong. And I usually try to include like a lighter, cutter, ashtray.
Like a basic,
Yeah.
like the basics.
It's the basics, but I mean, it's all Drew Estate, so it's whatever I collect throughout the years, or year, I should say, because when you buy their cigars, they give you free stuff, and that's why you love going to their events. You're always going to get something from them, and you make friends with them, and guess what? Sometimes they'll just be like, "Here's a new cutter." It just really depends, and that's just part of the community. But I think that was pretty cool. But it was like a whole set, so everything matched. It was
that's even better.
Yeah. And it was $100 in cigars, but I probably ended up sending close to maybe 3.
Nice.
Yeah, about 20 cigars.
Oh, look! Shout out to Pedro listening to us while on the road. Drive safe.
What's up, Pete? But yeah, it's more, like, it's just enjoyable, like just giving out cigars, just don't know who you're receiving it from, and just kind of passing it forward, like paying it forward. Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I don't know, it sounds like Secret Santa is probably your favorite one out of the ideas that we've provided the audience. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Secret Santa's like long distance too. Like, it's like people you don't know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I guess that's what's really cool about it, is because it is somebody that's farther away. And it's so crazy. Like, there's something about receiving a gift in the mail. I don't think the younger generation would understand this. It's not like receiving an Amazon package, guys.
Yeah.
Like, it really isn't. I mean, back in the day, we used to write letters, like handwritten letters. And you put it in an envelope.
22 cents for a stamp.
Yeah, with the stamp. That's the thing that goes in the corner. But yeah, no, I think, like, for our generation and older, there is just something really nostalgic and really cool about receiving a gift in the mail, especially a Secret Santa, because you don't know when you're going to get it.
You don't know who it's from.
You don't know who it's from. You don't know what you're getting. It's a mystery box, but it's usually a pretty badass mystery box. So that's really cool. I mean, obviously, the herfs that you can do at home or with your friends, those are always great. But it's always cool to connect in some way, shape, or form with the ones that live a little farther away that you can't be with around the holiday season.
Yeah.
So, and also, I do kind of just want to throw out there, and I wish I had the name of a few of the organizations that do it, but I do know that there are some organizations that you can send packages to soldiers of cigars. They can't get cigars wherever they're at, whatever the case may be. I don't have a name of the organization.
Cigars for Warriors.
Yeah, Cigars for Warriors is one of them. But we'll get a few more. We'll put them up on our socials for sure. But I think that's also a really cool concept, is to to send it over
Mhm.
to, you know, our guys and gals in
Yeah.
uniform. Yeah.
Overseas.
Yeah, overseas, whatever the case may be. So that's always cool. So, Herf, a Christmas Herf.
Hmm.
Have you and the Aussies talked about possibly having like a Christmas Herf?
Honestly, no. I mean, it's just, because right now it's like the middle of the day and it's
Yeah,
Friday.
the time.
They're in the
difference is
future,
crazy.
we're in the past. So we would have to like kind of make it, but I mean, Christmas Day, I wouldn't see why it would be an issue. Like I can do it in the morning, it'll be their night. So it just really depends. It's really on them. But I mean, I talk to some of them all the time. Even though it's not out of the question. It's just we all got lives in separate countries, literally. So we just got to get together, and it'll happen. If it doesn't happen Christmas Day, I mean, we have the rest of the year. We can even do New Year. New Year's.
Oh yeah, very
New
true.
Year's Sesh. So
I mean, that's really the hardest part about a virtual herf is
Yeah.
depending on where your peoples are at.
hmm
Finding the right time can be a little bit difficult, but when you do, it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's really cool. It's really cool to meet and talk to people on the other side of the world, and we did it through cigars. Go
Yeah.
figure, right? So yeah, but those are some of our herf ideas. Yeah, we got it. Well, I would say we got to try a few of these this year, but you're already doing the Secret Santa, so check that one off the list.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, just try to be festive this year. Like give a little more than you can. Um, I really think I want to try the cookies.
Yeah,
I think you're gonna have to bake some cookies, and we're gonna have to try that. So
I'm okay with that.
I mean, even if some of our viewers, hey, you want to do like a Secret Santa, or you want to trade or something like that, hit us up on our socials. I am totally okay with it. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah, definitely. Like, or if y'all try some of these ideas or have ideas of your own that you tried, tag us on social media. We'll put up our Instagram accounts here where you can tag us. You can reach out to us. Talk Stogies. We're always down to talk Stogies. And you can always go to Lifestyle After 5 and like, subscribe. We're working with these guys all the time.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
So definitely go and like and subscribe. And what about last minute gifts?
So, I mean, obviously, if you're going to look for a last minute gift, hit up honeybeecigars.com. Use my discount code right now. It's HiveAny1. It'll be on the screen, or it'll be on our social.
Hive, N is in Nancy, E is in Edward, number 1.
And you get a discount. And Bree, the owner, she's really good at shipping. You probably still got a couple more days to order to get right before Christmas. And I mean, it's just, they're great cigars. Like, I can't even say nothing. If you're going to give us a cigar, that's
a good one.
That's a good gift to give. And I would love Honeybee cigars.
It's definitely a great stick, to give out as a gift. But yeah, I mean, that's all we got for you guys today. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Stogie Sesh. And from our humidor to yours, Merry Herfmas.
Merry Herfmas.
Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all.